Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is a floral rectangular milk carton box, and I'm going to show you how to make it. Now, this has got all of Bloom Designer Series paper. At the point in time of filming, it is still available. It is on the retiring list, so it might have gone. But if not, go and grab it. It's lovely. It's gorgeous. Bargain as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make it. I have made a slight modification. At the point I made it, when I first pinched it together, it was fine and it's smoothly pinched up. And then when I was tying the bow, I creased it. So I've made a slight modification so that I can put scored crease lines in, so you don't end up with this. Like I say, when I first put it together, it was fine, but then I creased it, so we're going to avoid all of that. Okay, I like to show you my errors. It's important. Okay, simply scored scoring tool. And then a piece of cardstock that measures 8 1/4 by 11 inches, which is 28 by 20.5 centimetres. Is it 20.5? Yes, because it's a slight difference for the metrics. Okay, so on the long side, we are going to score it at 2 1/4, 5 1/4, what's the markings, 7 1/2, and 10 1/2. Which is 5 1/2, 13, 18 1/2 and 26 centimetres. We're going to put the little marks in right now, which is the little adjustment that I've done. Just put a little notch at 1 1/8 and 6 3/8, which is 2.75 and 15.75 centimetres. And that is halfway into that point, so we're going to use that as a guide. Okay, so that bit where you've marked, keep it to the right and turn it round, and score on the short side at 2 1/4 and 6 centimetres, inches we want, which is 5 1/2 and 15 centimetres. I give up. Okay, so grab a ruler. I use a steel rule, and we're going to score from there down to here. So that's the little notch we made down to the corner, and we'll do that on both parts, and that should save the creasing and the buckling. Okay, it's only because we've got such fabulous cardstock that it does that. Anything cheaper or lesser quality probably wouldn't. Any excuse. Right, fold and burnish your score lines, not the angled ones. We'll do those in a second. This is Lost Lagoon Designer it's not Designer Series paper, it's Lost Lagoon cardstock. Okay, so this is a currant in colour. So this is 2014 to 2016, so it's going to be around another year. Okay, gently fold these. I really hope this works. I'm sure it will. There we go. So that's the top, this is the bottom. We need to get rid of this part. And then cut these ones up. And then the paper that I've got, like I say, it's from the All of Bloom Designer Series paper stack, but I've got a different pattern this time around. Obviously you can see I've taken the Lost Lagoon. You need 2 panels for the big section. They measure 3 1/2 inches by 2 3/4 of an inch, which is 9 by 7 centimetres. Then 2 for the sides that measure 2 by 3 1/2 inches, which is 5 by 7 centimetres. Okay, we need to stick those on first, and I'm just looking out of my window, and 2 massive pigeons have just landed in the bird feeders right outside my window. They're actually sat in it. It's a bowl that's about that big, and they're in it. It's like giant turkeys. Clearly well fed. There's something wrong with my snail. It's not coming out. Let's grab another one. Have I got another one? I haven't. You know, I always have loads of these on the phone. Okay, here's one. That's better. I think I've gummed that one up. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, they are. They're like turkeys out the window. Mid-filming, let's take a picture. Otherwise, you're going to think I'm all batty. There you go. I'll make sure that's included in the blog, in the corresponding blog post. Okay. Does anybody else feed the birds? I do. I love to feed the birds. I like to teach the children about them. I'm hoping for a woodpecker again this year. They're not hugely commonplace in towns and villages and stuff like that, you know, where I live. But yeah, beautiful though. Okay, fast fuse along here. Do you know what? I think all of my adhesives are conspiring against me today. So fold the sides in and the back. So, some more fuse to close. Okay. And let's hope that works. That's better. So no creasage this time round. See, I should have just done that in the beginning. Okay. So to finish it off, you can see I've got the bow, and the bow is the closure today. Or rather the ribbon is. So that was very vanilla satin ribbon. This is the Whisper White because it's white in the background of here. And we'll go for an approximate length. Okay. A couple of pegs just to help keep it closed for the minute. This is probably where I got the crease issue from before when I pegged it. The bow slips up and down, and I found it easier if I tied the bow away from the top. Trust me, it will make sense. So please, bow, come out properly first time. Vaguely. We'll pretend that's okay. And then you can slip and slide that up and down. We'll make sure that's pretty for the pictures. Well, it's not bad for first go. And then when you take the pegs off, opens up very slightly at the sides, which is fine. I kind of like that. But it is closed by the bow. And like I say, the bow moves up and down. So just position it where you want. And then to finish, well, this one I had Blushing Bride. So I took very vanilla cardstock and then Blushing Bride for the centres. But we don't have a Lost Lagoon candy dot. So I'm going to go the other way around. So I'm going to have Lost Lagoon flowers. That was the Itty Bitty Accents Shapes Punch Pack. And I've got, well, I was going to put pearls in, but yeah, we'll go with pearls. Just wondering if rhinestones might be better. Rhinestones, well, pearls have got a very slight vanilla tinge to them. But they're small enough to not clash with the white ribbon. Some mini glue dots. I'll have 2 over this side. And then 1 up on the top. There we go. Job done. Floral rectangular milk carton box. I hope you like it. I do. It's cute. I think I prefer this one though. I have to say, I think I prefer this one. You be the judge. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.